Welcome, family. Felt inspired to come on here to give a message. Man, sometimes y'all, I don't know if y'all get it, but man, it be a lot. It be a lot. Um, to be a service to humanity. Okay, being a service to more than just yourself. It's a lot of information hitting all of us right now. Um, Sometimes it can be a bit overwhelming. Hey, Dorothy. Sometimes too much to the point where you kind of want to just sit back and be like, oh, I got to gather myself. Got to gather myself. Hey, family. Hi, family. Thank you for coming in. As you coming in, hitting the like button, hitting the bell. So today's video, I just want to talk. We want to talk about, okay, are you prepared? Okay. Now there's a lot with this, family, right? But the simplest way I could convey it is, are you truly healing? One of the greatest things they say is to know thyself, right? To know thyself. What is that? Well, if you're more than just this physical meat suit, then, and you acknowledge that you're a spiritual being, then there's aspects of you that you have to acknowledge, reconnect with. Okay, know who's on your boat. Okay, know who's on your ship with you. Know that you are the captain of that ship. Though some of those workers on your ship might try to have you under delusions that you're not, trying to tug on the the wheel, okay, backseat driving, okay, trying to take over, trying to steer your ship in the direction of which they want your ship to go. You're then, okay, and family, and this is what Spirit wants to reiterate. And I feel like a lot of us that are at this certain point in our life, what our in our healing journey, and we're actually being a service, okay, of self here, of oneness here. We're in that space where a lot of the information that Spirit wants to get through is coming through all of us in certain ways. And some people are more well equipped, or I would say more knowledgeable in certain things, done more extensive research in certain on certain topics and things like that. But Spirit wants you to know that this time that we're in right now, guys, is a very critical time for humanity, for us all. All right. And it's so many messages coming in. Okay. Spirit wants you to know that you are the alien, you are the extraterrestrial, you are the terrestrial, you are the mutant, you are the X-Men, you are these characters that they portray in these movies and these shows. You are. I really want to acknowledge, again, We. You see how I catch myself, right? And it's like, huh, we, okay? Because there's the integration that's happening here. All right. Your reality will continue to show you just where you're vibrating from. For instance, okay, um, I'm not going to disclose it, but I just inquired about my blood type, find out my blood type. The next thing you know, very like maybe 30 minutes ago, before I decided to do this live, where me and the family are watching a channel here on YouTube, Black Magic. Okay, I think it's 365 or something like that, 369. Okay, Black Magic. And I guess he had on there, he said to look up her YouTube. And I so happened to go ahead, follow through with that. Like, something told me to go ahead and look, check it out. Don't you know that on her page was a picture of my blood type that I just found out that I was, like 2-3 days ago, or as the thumbnail. Okay. So this is how the universe speaks with you. This is how the thread that connects all. There is a thread that connects us all. Okay? A thread that connects us all. All right? You know, I don't feel comfortable talking about my blood type, so I'm gonna just hold off on not speaking that, okay? But cuz it's not important, you know. But the story of that, the connection of that is just showing you how much of our realities are connected, how quantum we are. The fact that I just found out something, I was inquired, okay, there was a feeling of me needing to know this. So I purchased something to to find out my blood type, to then sit and watch this video that I didn't put on, to get that impulse to search this page and to see this. And I know there's information in that video for me to watch. The connecting of the dots, knowing thyself. Do you see how source is moving through, expressing itself, us to know thyself more, to receive these messages of synchronicity to help us evolve and level up? Okay. Okay, hold on, guys. Let me I see a lot going on in the chat. I do want to just, if we can refrain, because there's a lot of things happening that I don't see. Because one, I be channeling family, or I be just so tapped in where I don't want to lose what I'm talking about, so I'm not really paying attention to the chat too much. I know there was a misunderstanding that took place with uh some people being blocked unintentionally. If you are unable to, um again, I messaged that person. I forget necessarily who that was. There was a misunderstanding. We love our moderators. Okay, there sometimes, you get what I'm saying, we be coming in and we be missing certain points. Okay, I said no longer about being, this is, I'm dissecting right now and digressing real quick, okay, about yesterday, the other live, about something taking place, about us not no longer calling ourselves the black sheep, but become the black lion, the black tiger, the black jaguar. Okay, because to insinuate that you're a sheep means you're still asleep. So I think there was something lost in translation. Somebody might have been accidentally blocked here, and we do apologize for that. Okay, but if you're unable to comment, please send me a message so I can get back and try to get you back on here as I figure this out. Okay. um but again, please also try to refrain from writing too much unnecessary information. Kind of really dive in and be in the message as well. Okay. Just so I could kind of keep track, and I'm not seeing too much of just mumbo jumbo stuff, even though I love the engagement in the chat family, but I wanted to kind of be concentrated around what we're talking about. Okay. And Yeah. So we don't digress too much. And I could kind of keep a little eye. But thank you to all the moderators. Thank you to everybody. And again, we apologize if we move premature and something gets lost in translation. Again, human, okay? Spiritual body, spiritual being having a human experience. We're subject to, you know, flaws, okay? But coming back to this, okay? Knowing thyself, leveling up, okay? So, Spirit had me draw this, all right? You start here. Let's say this first circle is you and you as a being, as a planet, as a consciousness, right? You have to master being in this cycle before you can level up and start to engage, and from being a planet to now being, you know, a part of the solar system or the galaxy, okay, and from the galaxy, all right, to, you know, the cosmos, okay, and from the cosmos to being the universe, okay, and these circles, they start to, you know, you spiral and they start to blend in, and they start to blend in. Hold on, y'all gonna see what I'm doing. Okay, you see the spiral, okay? You spiral and then you level up, okay? You're in this for a period of time, spiraling, learning thyself, mastering thyself, mastery, okay, of thyself. And then you spiral off, you level up. Now you're in the next zone, you're in the next threshold. You're learning, you're mastering, you're experiencing, you're learning more about yourself, more about your origins, more of who you are, your gifts, skills, talents, and abilities. And then you spiral off. Now you're in this, okay? There is a spiral up, okay? Like stuff like this. Like I don't know who this is, but Dorothy hit, like I'm having a low tolerance for anybody that really vibrating on distraction and all that. So I'ma just, cause nobody sexuality has to do with anything. I don't know why we're even talking about that. Okay. But when we say there's levels to it, there's levels to it. Okay. And once you start being from a place of like victim mentality, that this is happening to me and this is no, I have to address certain things, because as this channel grows, we can't allow things to be left unchecked. Okay. So this is why y'all would see me break in and address certain things. Okay. Because some things you can't just let the demons and the beings run rampant. Some things you gotta check. Okay. What Kendrick say, sometimes you just gotta pop out and show niggas, okay? That's what you gotta do sometimes. And I'm saying this because this is the energy you gotta be in. Okay? This is the energy you have to be in. Knowing what needs to be checked, knowing what doesn't need to be addressed. If I'm addressing something, I know it needs to be addressed. And then I'm gonna move accordingly. Okay? So these spiral from being in a place of victimhood to now from seeing from that place of like, whoa, no, I'm creating this. Now you're focusing on your body, which is your galaxy. Okay. You're focusing on the essence of who you are. Okay. Now you're owning more of who you are and not saying this is happening to me. This is happening for me. And now you're changing, you're flipping. Now you're owning who you are. Now you're creating deliberately from this place, this set point. Then that opens more doors. This is where, again, the spiral. You got beings that want you to spiral up. And as you're spiraling up, it expands. The spiral goes wider. And vice versa. As you spiraling down, vice versa. Okay? So there is um there is always going to be a version of you, okay, or there's versions of you that do not have your best interest at heart. There's versions of you that do not like you. There's aspects of you who do not like you, do not wish the best for you. Okay. And you see that we are on to something because all the opposition is coming out to play. Right. So this is important information here. Let me tell you a story that I just got told the other day. Okay. A close uh a close loved one of mine, okay, just disclosed that one of their siblings went on a trip. And on this trip, something strange happened, family. Like, it was a whole different being. I mean, this person cursing out their mother, cursing out their siblings. They're on a trip with their respected partner. Something happened with them. So I'm like, instantly, I'm hearing this. I'm like, that sounds like a whole possession. I'm like, that don't even sound like them. Okay? Slurring of the words, all these things. Spirit is saying that if you're not aware, if you just think that you are just this flesh, or you're vibrating from just a one-sided view of who you are, you open these doors that allow low dwelling energy to attach itself to you. Now they're in a whole nother country, just landed, and now it's a whole, they feel like they were going crazy. Now the mother is crying, don't even know what happened, can't reach him, telling them, shut the fuck up. This is the spirit that's coming through on the phone. Shut the fuck up, leave me the fuck alone. Da 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 da. This is not the same person that I know who this person to be. About, I believe the next day or so, that person came back to being themselves. Okay, 18 on the clock. All right. Was so embarrassed about the stories that they heard about what happened that couldn't even be on the phone because they were so embarrassed on how they spoke to their mother, how they spoke to their family, how they were acting. Family, that is an example of a possession. That is an example of not being aware, okay, that things like drugs, alcohol, all sex, these things open up portals and allow beings to attach themselves to you. And if you are not at a certain frequency point where you're vibrating from that's of higher frequency, then you definitely, well, already engaging in some of these things lowers your frequency level. This is why they call liquor wine and spirits. Okay, it's in the name, wine and spirits. They know that spirits come through. Okay, you have to be aware of your triggers. You have to be aware of when an aspect is slowly tugging and pulling your ship away from course. Okay. Um, you have to be engaging more with the aspects of you that are pulling you towards your healing. Healing is uncomfortable. Okay. Healing can be uncomfortable, but this is the time of true transparency. Spirit wants to talk about the mental health. There are people, the rise in mental health problems, issues, you're going to see it's about to be running rampant, family. It is about to be running rampant. Okay, because just like that story I just told, okay, there is people that have are going to be hijacked. Their bodies will be hijacked from beings that wish to take over their vessel, to steer their ship. Okay, so be aware of that energy, be vigilant of that energy. Okay, connecting with nature, plus allowing your inner child to help you. Allow your inner child to help you level up with the spiral. Okay, with this spiral. Okay, a lot of you, a lot of your gifts is coming online here. Okay, to help improve your gifts. And a lot of things come before this end of the year, before 2025. Mark our words, okay? There's going to be some things, okay, really that's going to be big. There's going to be a shift. There's going to be a feeling. There's going to be an event. There's going to be something, okay? Because the end of the year, this is, we're closing out this year, going into a uh new year, right? Which they call it, okay, which is the 9 year. Thank you. Thank you, family. Thank you. I love you, family. Thank you. A lot of gifts is coming online. A lot of people being able to use telepathy. Okay. Some people even levitation. Some people seeing ghosts, seeing spirits. Okay. And if that bothers you, I'm telling you that there's a being in you who has the ability to connect to spirits, for you to be able to see them. There's a version of you that can see ghosts, who can see spirits. There's a version of you who, you know, possess these different abilities, skills, and abilities here. And this is where, again, the age of the X-Men. This is where we are. Things coming, things heightening, acknowledging again how synchronistic this is happening, how, you know, how you feel when your love being your one of your greatest assets, that projection of love, that healing frequency, okay, that lightness you feel. Start acknowledging your certain gift, skills, utilities, and your gifts here, because the more you do so, the more you're reinforcing it, and the more you can start practicing with these things. But spirit just wants us to just be mindful, family, that, you know, we are in a whole new paradigm, and you have to know who you are and make peace, okay? Because once you know that you are all of these beings, you are this, truly, you know that you're all these beings, and you know you are this is where the unlocking of certain skills, talents, and abilities come through. And how then now do you give back, okay? Okay, and the way that you can really, it says, I'm trying to achieve self-actualization, but I'm struggling right now. Okay, the way that I would say, starting off again, is connecting the dots. Okay, connecting the dots, far as knowing what are your triggers. Start there, family. You want to do some self-actualization, like actually knowing yourself. That's what oneself. Knowing what's your trigger, knowing why the trigger triggers you, knowing what aspect. Okay, you're asking questions. Some of you, it would be best if you write it down, get a pen and a piece of paper. When I think about this, I feel this. Da, 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 da. Okay, and why do we feel like that? We feel like this because blank, 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 blank. And when blank, 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 that ain't blank, blank. Okay, so now you're getting to the root. See, once you get to the root of it, anytime another plant show up like that, you can pull it out and acknowledge it for what it is, and you start realizing, hey, oh wow, okay, got you. Because you start acknowledging all within, and now you're making peace within. See, we want to have world peace and all these things, which is beautiful and great. But how are you making peace with the war within? How do you have peace within where you're not having battles with self? Because what Spirit made me realize the other day is that the moment Spirit was like, no, you think that aspect of you for showing, illuminating where healing still has to take place. This is how you stop the war. This is how you stand in that commander, captain. Okay, I see, I acknowledge, but we're not going that way. We're going this way. Oh, yeah, we're not going that way. No, we're going this way. Knowing who's on your ship. More will be revealed to you through your healing. Some of you, that's where you really need to, there's an understanding that you want to heal, you want to be at a certain point. You got to meet yourself where you truly are. You got to meet yourself where you truly are, and then that allows space for you to then open up to all of who you truly are. Okay? But you're vibrating from this place of knowing where you are at, where you are on your healing journey, and not beat yourself up for not being somewhere where you feel like you should be, or you see somebody else at. There is no time for that. There's no time of comparison, because the only real truth is you versus you. It's you versus you. Okay? So, as I am evolving and growing, and this channel is evolving and growing, and you guys are all here witnessing this in real time and here with me, and I do appreciate you guys because your time is valuable. Okay, here you're not, in spirit we're not bound by time, but in this reality here, time is precious. So I do thank you for giving your time and attention to the knowledge that I have to share, that I have to give and want to offer the world, that has helped me. You get what I'm saying? This is stuff that's helped me personally transcend a lot. I truly, like, even, it's like every day I'm shedding a old belief, a old thought, a old, like, I don't even want to have that mentality of, like, again, the superhero and the villain. Okay, that's a whole thing in itself. When you are all of the mix, I'm not even going to polarize it because I'm the whole. So just having an appreciation of being the whole, and then knowing that I get to choose where this vessel goes, okay? And I have to delegate and tell certain aspects to sit down, be quiet, or okay, where's that coming from? Okay, I need to work. We're working on that. Thank you for that. Okay, but we're not gonna feed into that. We're not gonna feed into that emotion or that frequency. But thank you for helping bringing it to my the front of my mind, okay, to be mindful of, so I can be aware, so I can keep guiding my ship this way and not start going, okay. um this is where I vibrate from. This is where truly you want to see yourself, feel yourself, start vibrating, not from a place of fear, not from a place of lack, okay? Um, because you are truly abundant. You get what I'm saying? Like, I find myself still having what moments, what even finances, when there's something that's like, okay, I would like to get this. And then there's the me's in me that's like, oh, wait, but we have to take care of that. Or we gotta, but do you, are, inflation, that costs more than what it cost when we got it before. Or what you start hearing, okay, all of the different aspects that start to come out, the lower versions of yourself trying to guide you. Okay, if this is my truth of I'm abundant and what it means to be abundant, that I have everything that I need when I need it. But then there's an aspect or a version of me that's like, hey, but that costs more than that's trying to pull my focus there. It's trying to turn my focus to a lower timeline and to ride out that way. But I say, oh no, I hear you, zoop, zoop, but we're going this way. I have more than enough. Money is an illusion. The dollar bill is fiat. It's fake anyway. They make us care about it so much, but it's fake. It's paper. It's fake. There will never be also a truth. There will never be a number in my bank account that reflects how abundant we truly are as spirit. Not $1, not $100, not $100 million, not $1 billion, because I am infinite. We're infinite. We are the currency. We are more than enough. So anytime I have that moment, I scale myself back and I say, hold on, I hear you, okay? I see you, I acknowledge you, that lower version, okay? Vibrational that want me to be focused on that, but we're vibing from here. We're vibing from truly embody and living in abundant energy. Not, oh, I'm abundant. And then when that voice come up and you be like, you know what, I'm gonna entertain it. Yeah, you right. Yeah, that did cost more than what we had before. So then that's taken away from what we gonna have now. So we might not have what we need to have in the future. So I'm gonna save on to this in hopes to have more in the future. That's the contradiction of being abundant, because abundant is knowing that you have everything that you need when you need it. Okay? It says, what do you do when you feel like you're giving too much to people like you, trying to always be present and communicate, but they don't reciprocate it back? Um, on that note, you leave people where they are. You leave people where they are. See, I'm not here. At one point in my life, that was being um kind of a people pleaser. Okay. I was pouring into people and they wasn't pouring back. Some of these people are very much, yes, energy vampires. Okay, being aware. This is why spirit says to be aware. You're going to have discernment like no other, y'all, where you can see where somebody is being a vampire to you, draining you, affecting you, your mental. Okay, you get around this person, you feel drained, you feel heavy, your head starts to hurt. Okay, so when instances like that, what do? I draw back my energy. I call back all my energy clean and untainted. I call back my energy clean and untainted. Repeat it. I call back all of my energy clean and untainted. Repeat that 3 times and feel the surge of energy come back to your body and feel how much of you that you kind of been expending out. Do you feel the energy come back? I'm going to give you a moment to do it. Oh. Mm. Mm. Y'all, I feel y'all beaming even more through this phone. Who feels that? Did you feel the energy come back to you because you commanded it to do so? These are your God-given powers, your God-given abilities, because you are source. You are the creator, expressing yourself through all these different fragments. Okay? You are. You are. Yes, it says feeling it, felt it. Okay? Yeah. Hmm. So being in that space, feeling that, just doing that, integrating that, okay? You're calling back all your energy clean and untainted. You're calling back your energy. You're bringing it back to source, bringing it back home. Knowing who has right to access, even have access to you. Knowing who to even give your time to. If you're pouring into people, this is the great split, okay, of the those vibrating in their higher frequencies and those vibrating in the same low vibrational energies and frequencies that the planet has been vibrating from for quite some time here. We're leveling up. So you will see this is what it looks like on a timeline. Now imagine timelines, right? In front of me in my arms is my timeline. On the outside of my arms, right? Imagine that it's glass. So I'm on my set timeline, but I can see that person on their timeline where they're at. I can see that person on their timeline where they're at. And guess what? My timeline can look totally different from those people, but I'm seeing that happen to that person, that's happening to that person, but I'm vibing good. I'm having great things unfold in my life, forward movement. Yeah, you might be seeing it, but the timeline you are vibrating on, you're not welcoming any of that into your space. Okay? You're not welcoming any of that into your space. So, this is how you really start owning your timeline and not taking on the truth of what you see. Okay? Taking on what you see other people's realities unfolding around you, but you know what you're creating. You know the timeline you're in. You just get to see it and view it. But within your glass walls of a timeline that you're moving on, that thing has no effect. Okay? That thing has no effect. I really don't entertain, the politics, the news, all these things, because we understand that it is used as just a game. This is a simulation. This is a game. We are all projections, okay, of ourselves here playing this game. And this is why, again, they created a game called the game of life. It's a game. And once you figure out the game, oh, do you become the one? Okay. But the thing is, there's beings who want you to not peep the game, but also allow yourself to be opened, allow your energy cores to be activated, okay, so they can steer your ship. Because the whole time you're on your own boat, but never knowing that you're the captain. But the whole time some being is kind of looking like you. They have your steering wheel, they have the captain hat on, and they're just and they're side-eyeing you to kind of make sure that you never kind of come to realize that you're the captain. That, hey, wait, you look over the boat. Hey, wait, this is my name on this boat. Wait, this is my boat. Who are you? You're an imposter. Backhand them off your boat. Backhand them off your damn. Okay, sometimes you gotta pop out and show them. Like, no, yeah, they want you to think that you're weak. They want you to think that there's something stronger than you, wiser than you, bigger than you, okay, badder than you. Okay, this is no, the illusions 4141 on the timer here. Okay, knowing that you are the captain, and there are versions again of this Moshe, versions of past lives Moshe, versions of different aspects of who I've been. And again, some of these beings, versions, aspects don't have my best interest at heart, but the fact that I know that gives me the power. So when they try to come out to play with thoughts and projections of trying to influence where I decide to focus my attention, which is steering my ship, I say, no, 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 we're going this way. And I understand where that wound is coming from, because that wound is connected to, you know, not uh not feeling heard. Okay. And that's connected to validation. And so I'm understanding that we're still releasing and healing the validation wounds that we seek. So I thank you for showing yourself. I thank you for presenting yourself. You've been such a service to us all. Okay? You've been such a service. So thank you. Okay? Also, okay, hold on. Big secret, big secret, big secret. It's 22 of y'all in here, and I know everybody wasn't going to be on this joint because it just ain't for everybody. The darkness is love. Thank you, family. Thank you. I am the Carter. Thank you, thank you, thank you, family. Love, blessings to you. Blessings to you. Our vessels overflow. Our blessings overflow, family. The darkness is love, y'all. Now, really sit with that. Now, repeat that back and just sit with that real quick. I'm getting goosebumps. Y'all see him? The darkness is love. Hold on. That's unlocking something. Just repeating that. You might have never repeated that, ever said that to yourself. Now you're opening reconnecting these channels. Because when you understand that the darkness is where life is created. Boom. There's only about 1% of luminous light in the cosmos that they can account for. Pretty much everywhere else is it's all darkness, dark matter, dark this, dark. Realizing again, when you can change your perspective of how they have programmed us to look at darkness, to feel about darkness, to a place of like, what if darkness is here to assist you, to help you expand and grow more about yourself through the pushing, the opposite force. What if that is one of the keys to your healing, to you no longer fearing the dark? This is things that they don't want you to start, the dots they don't want you to connect. You start to be able to digest these things, okay? You absorb and you start to digest these things and start to see and feel in a different light. So even though there's versions of you who move against you, they moving against you with love. Because at the end of the day, what do? You level up. You remember more of who you are, your strength, your fortitude, okay, your skills, talents, and abilities. You start to level up. See, but let me say, it says, I'm not afraid of the dark, just don't like being used as a toy. So this is why you have to tell them, hey, see, sometimes they want you to have the illusion that you can't talk to them a certain way, or you can't acknowledge them a certain way, or you can't. No, but when you think that you trying to stare and own my ship, no, sit your ass down. We are not vibrating from that place. Okay? Ask them what aspect am I connecting with? You might see a version of you when you were younger in this meat suit. Okay, you might see a version of you when you were a goddess. Okay, there might be an aspect of you. Okay, ask the name. If not, get them to spell it. Spell it out. Spell who's connecting with me right now. Spell it out. See, so you can start knowing and identifying who's on your ship, who is accounted for, how many souls is on this vessel. Okay, like they do on airplanes, they call us souls. Okay, how many souls is on board this plane, this vessel, this ship? So you can know, okay, you have that feeling, okay, because some of y'all being gods or goddesses are connecting to certain worthies, gods and goddesses. Some of them have big inflated egos, and I'm talking about the light and the dark. The light and the dark. So when you can come back to a place of center, neutrality, being neutral, okay, and you can really understand that, all right, you might be working against me, but you're on this vessel. You're working with me. You're on this vessel. I want to let you know, hi, I'm the captain, and this is my boat. So welcome aboard. How's everybody doing? Not good. Fine. We're doing great. We're doing, yeah. Okay, that's good. Okay. So this is the course that we're coursing because this is where we wish to go. Okay. Again, you're welcome. Okay. You know, you're here, but nobody has access to my captain's quarters unless you got permission. See, some of you have given permission to beings or versions of you unintentionally, where you're under the illusion that um that something has taken over, but it's like you have given them permission to slide you, bump you over because of a belief system, a thought process that you constantly keep thinking. Okay, the vibrational frequency you're really pulsating. It's a difference between thinking, okay, that a thought, and then being an immune oh my gosh, emitting, okay, that frequency and that thought, like that frequency out, okay, truly. So again, one instance Spirit love to talk about, if you want to, if you say again you're abundant, but then you listen to the voice that tries to make you play into your lesser self of being in lack. Lack is the opposite of abundance. Therefore, when you see two timelines. When you think about, okay, I'm going to move forward and do this on this abundant mindset where I have more than enough and everything I need is taken care of in this moment and in the next, versus, well, you don't have really have enough and you might not have enough in the future. So you might not want to get that right now because who knows if you, and which timeline are you about to steer your ship and go? This is where knowing thyself, this is where checking yourself, this is where it's like, be quiet. We ain't doing that. And you start to see that actually the voices start to get a little quieter. Okay, some of them really understand that, oh, the captain really is taking, okay, yeah, the captain is speaking. Shh, be quiet. Somebody like, shut up, the captain is speaking. Okay. And being in that space, okay? So whew, knowing that again, you are this big vessel, big being. Spirit just wants you to be on your healing journey. All right. Allow your inner child to hold your hand and guide you through this. Really own, catch yourself. If you're in the same cycle of some things, be like, dang, I find myself doing this over and over and over again. What is one way? What's one thing? Like, you know, as you level up, it's really about mastery of self. So if you're constantly listening to the flesh wants to eat this, the flesh wants to smoke this, the flesh wants to fuck that, the flesh wants to da 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 da, and you constantly feed into those aspects, honoring just that keeps you locked in. But if you say, oh, you know what, this is how I'm going to start taking back my power. You know what, this week, I know I said I wanted to start eating cleaner, I wanted to start eating healthier, I want to really make a transition. Okay, so this week I'm gonna prepare out of from Monday through Friday, one of these days, I'm gonna prepare just a all plant-based meal, or I'm gonna just juice that day. And do you know what? As you're in that space, keep it how long? However, for 1 week, you honor that. The next week, you honor that again. Maybe the week after that, you honor it again. So now you have broken out of us. You're breaking out of just being in one time loop. Now you're launching yourself. Woo. Okay, you're evolving. You're spiraling up. Okay? Because now you're getting yourself snatched out of a time loop of where you know that, hey, yeah, there's times where I say I'm gonna be committed to this and then I go back. I do it once and then I stop. But how about this? No, I'm not gonna pile too much up on my plate, because then I get overwhelmed and we don't commit, and we kind of beat ourselves up if we feel like we don't hit our goals. And that's not where we want to steer our ship. So instead, we're going to be gentle with ourselves and meet us where we are. We're going to integrate one meal a week where we eating very clean and light. Okay, and after you feel you're in that rhythm for quite some time, maybe you amp it up to 2 times a week. Now 2 times a week you're implementing this and you're feeling good. Like now you're enjoying it more. You're looking at different recipes, you're playing more, you're finding different fruits, you're smelling this, you're reading about that, you're learning more about, and now you're more on this higher frequency of love because you know that having eating well is a form of self-love and self-care. And now look at where we are. We're in this space, we're in this timeline, on this vortex. We have adjusted ourselves with our focus, okay, and we aligned ourselves by doing little by little mastery, not, you know, allowing ourselves to be swallowed back into old doingness. Okay, so really that's what I got for you guys, is just that. Again, as these messages come, I be trying to it's an adjustment for me as well, because it's like a certain way I've like, you know, done videos or doing the thumbnail. So it's like sometimes it's just like go live and then you figure out all what the thumbnail gonna be, what this gonna be, and just it is what it is. But I be feeling like so much that I be getting so many uploads and spirit wants to talk about this or acknowledge this, and sometimes I don't act on it and it passes by, and then I forget on what spirit was wanting me to maybe talk about in a video, and then another one might come and another. So as they come, I'm just coming on and I'm gonna let them flow, okay, and I'm gonna let them go. And I'm working on getting a new laptop, y'all, because I really need a laptop. Like, it's kind of hard out in these streets and not having a laptop. I'm not even gonna hold you. um yeah, but it's imperative. So I got some other things that's getting taken care of, but I'll be back. You know, if you would like to help support your boy with helping get a laptop, y'all already know I do appreciate y'all all that send love, show me love. I appreciate you too. Carter, I appreciate you. Treasure, thank you. Dorothy, thank you. I love you. I love everybody that's been tuning in, hitting the like button. Thank you, $ Moments with Mo for Cash App. I do appreciate, even if it's $1, family, even if it's $1, it goes a long way. Because I still, okay, and I'm saying this because transparency, still have not received the coin yet, okay? But look how blessed I am. Y'all would never really know that unless I told you. Okay, so the Cash App Blessings help. The Cash App Blessings help because I get that instantly and I can use that right away. But nevertheless, I'm grateful for all the super chats, super likes, all that love. Mwah, 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 family. And we up. We're spiraling up, y'all. We're spiraling up. And just know, stand more in that energy, your source energy. Source wants you to acknowledge yourself as source. Source is no longer, source don't like that we're not embodying that. Like source, we are source. Stand in it proudly, unapologetically, okay? And shine your light, shine your love. And family, I'm gonna catch you on the next one, all right? Peace.